Can you tell me what this is?
I don't know.
You don't know? How about your brother?
Coin.
A coin? Yeah. What kind of coin?
A Bitcoin.
Bitcoin? Bitcoin.
Oh.
Have you heard of Bitcoin before?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you know about Bitcoin?
Nothing.
So Bitcoin is a currency which has no ruler, no creator, and it can be used all around the world.
Oh.
And so if you ask your mum nicely, maybe she'll buy you an ice cream with Bitcoin. So do you have any of these things?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. What can you tell me about Bitcoin?
It's just decentralized finance, I guess. Maybe
Nice.
safer there than in the bank, I guess.
Are you Gibraltarian?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so you're born, raised here?
Yeah.
And what do you think the approach is to Bitcoin in Gibraltar?
I think everyone's a bit like scared, like family members and stuff, like, oh, crypto, like, it's a bit scary kind of thing. But it is what it is, you know? Like, the world is moving faster and faster every time.
Have you heard of the news in Gibraltar recently that, Costa Coffee accepts Bitcoin? There's big Bitcoin companies here as well.
Yeah, I saw your tweet and it's just like, wow, it's mind-blowing.
You saw my tweet?
Yeah.
Am I famous in Gibraltar?
Yeah, you're famous.
Thanks, mate.
Not Bentley, is it?
Bentley?
Yeah.
I've had that before, actually.
It's Bentley. It's
Bentley?
It's not Bentley. You know it's a Bitcoin. How do you know it's a Bitcoin?
Because it's got all those weird numbers on it.
The weird numbers, or this ABC.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, where have you seen that before?
On the TV.
On TV. Do you remember which program or cartoon it was?
How's it, Squidward?
Okay, amazing. But you two didn't recognise it?
No, not at all.
That's amazing. Just goes to show, right?
She's on the internet.
Okay.
I don't have a clue how to use it.
No.
Okay.
So how does it work?
So it's a decentralized currency, which means that basically there's no central bank or no big figure behind it all.
Right.
It was code that was written, and it became valuable over time. So at one point in 2010, 2011, it was worth $1. Now it's worth. Oh, do you know how much it's worth?
Do you know how much?
No.
Do you want to go for a hazard a guess?
$40.
$40. Okay, so it's now one Bitcoin is worth about $22,000 today.
What?
$22,000.
For example, I buy 100 pounds of Bitcoin bits,
Yep.
and then what do I do? Leave it there?
Yes, you take custody of it, which
Right.
means that you don't own it, but you own the keys to access it.
So
And that-
no one can touch that 100 pounds
Exactly.
worth.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
And then the idea is that it accrues value over time, which it has done historically.
And then I can sell it like a stocks and shares.
That's the amazing thing, is that one day you won't actually have to sell your Bitcoin, you'll be able to use it, like at Costa Coffee, to buy your coffee, or maybe to buy a car or a house or anything else.
Y tú tienes ahora Bitcoin, tú has comprado Bitcoin. See?
I've had it for a while now.
And you've seen a difference.
I love that you don't
you a
trust me.
millionaire yet?
I'm wearing the t-shirt though.
He's
okay?
no, but he's local. He will tell me, ¿no?
I would do the same thing.
Gibraltarians have a
He's going to
code.
tell you the same. He's going to tell you look different.
¿Y puedo comprarlo ahí?
Did you want to get some?
I might buy some.
Yeah,
But if I buy it here, can I only use it here, or I can use it anywhere in the world?
it's global.
Global.
Yeah.
Get some.
Good idea.
Get some.
Vamos a comprar un
We'll
poquito.
put it in her
Will you
name.
say yeah?
We'll put it in her name.
No,
Just
I
leave it.
want
Forget
it.
about
I want.
That is the right answer. Put it in her name.
it.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
It's generational wealth. Hi. Do you know what this is on my t-shirt?
It's Bitcoin.
Great, that was quick. Straight in there.
Yeah.
Presumably that means you might have some Bitcoin.
I do. It's like a decentralized digital currency.
Smashed it. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. How long have you known about Bitcoin for?
About 4 or 5 years.
Okay,
I'd say.
nice. Yeah. Have you been buying for that long as well? You don't have to say that actually. That's very personal investment things, but.
I would say at first I was a bit skeptical, I think, because everyone is, but maybe over the last couple of years I've dabbled with it and stuff like that. So.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. That's amazing. I mean, do you live in Gibraltar?
I do now, yeah. Yeah.
But you sound like you're from Liverpool.
Yeah.
You're English
Lucky
originally,
for a
right?
while. Okay.
Lock me up, officer. Okay. Wow. And so, what do you think of the Bitcoin sort of vibe in Gibraltar? Do you think people are quite open to it?
I do. I think a lot of businesses have started opening in Gib. We've got a lot of exchanges. We've got eToro. I know that we've had a few crypto-only exchanges as well, like Bitso and Zappo Bank, which is just there.
I wonder why I'm stood here. Not that I'm shilling them, but you know.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay. And did you know that at Costa Coffee, a couple of other retailers, merchants even, they are accepting Bitcoin over Lightning as well? Have you ever used the Lightning network before?
I have never used
Okay.
it. before.
Well, I'll have to send you some. My phone's currently recording.
Yeah.
But I'll send you some sats over Lightning, and you can see how it works.
Perfect.
It'll blow your mind.
Yeah.
What's your name? Sorry.
Laura. I'm Laura.
Great.
And
Joe.
Joe. Nice
Lovely
to
to meet
meet
you,
you.
Laura. Pleasure. Cool. Remember that bank I was stood in front of, Zappo Bank? Well, I interviewed them because they custody Bitcoin for customers all around the world. And so, just to go back to the advantages of being based in Gibraltar, what does that mean being a crypto or a Bitcoin native? In your case, bank.
I think that if you speak, it's not really even directly relevant to Gibraltar. Any country in the world, if you want to have an interactive discussion with a set of policymakers, regulatory authorities, government representatives, finance centre or equivalent, whatever that means, it's extremely difficult to have those conversations round the table and for them to be like agreed on a single path or set of steps that need to happen.
Yeah.
But here, it is possible.
Because everyone's within a stone's throw of one another.
Everyone's within a stone's throw. Plus, there's also, we've been doing it for so long, and the starting points were very, very difficult. People asking ridiculous questions and not understanding anything, including any regulators. They start to learn about something. Yeah. They're sort of getting to grips with what it is. Whilst here, the regulator's been dealing, supervising, monitoring this activity since 2017 or whatever it was. And they're just at a completely different level, the things that they're talking about. And that's really, really, really advantageous.
I'm sure you're familiar with Coin Corner in the Isle of Man. They're big on the retail side of things, merchant adoption. In Gibraltar, it seems like it's much bigger on the sort of, I don't want to call it custody, but the idea of Bitcoin in savings here instead. Is that a fair summation, firstly? And what do you make of these strides that have been made into merchant adoption in Gibraltar recently? There's now Costa Coffee accepting Bitcoin, Hotel Chocolat, there's a couple of bakeries, apparently there's a few jewelers as well.
Yeah. I think we didn't start out like in Gibraltar PLC didn't start out with the idea of like this is a particular application or sector that we want to build this for. We said we want to set a very high standard. The gaming example, so online gaming.
It's massive here, right?
Massive, biggest in the world. Yeah. The process that we went through in the gaming universe is kind of what we went through in the crypto ecosystem. Okay. Saying, well, we don't want to have 800 licensed gaming platforms here. We only wanted, I think there are 25 now in total. But it's the big names.
For a population of 30,000.
It's application and use and all these different things that I think it's great to have it explored and developed and
right?
used. Exactly.
For every different person, it's a different thing.
I'm never going to say that's wrong and you've got it wrong.
Stop spending your BTC.
But I'm never going to say this is great now, GBP and USD are going to evaporate because not quite there.
After speaking with the Bitcoin Bank, the next logical step was to go one rung up the financial ladder. So here I am, talking to the Minister of Digital and Financial Services about Bitcoin and crypto in Gibraltar. It turns out that Albert Isola is a hodler. Hello, my name is Joe Hall with Cointelegraph. I'm here today with Albert Isola. Albert, how are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you. Very nice to see you and welcome to Gibraltar.
I'm here at the moment because there's been certain retail and merchant adoption waves in the Bitcoin space, and similarly Zappo, which is at one point it was one of the largest custodians of Bitcoin in the world, I think. I need to double check that fact, but I'm pretty confident, is based in Gibraltar, and they saw it as one of the safest, securest places to secure that Bitcoin. Does the regulator see Bitcoin as separate to crypto or to separate to other DLTs, or is it all sort of under the same umbrella?
I think we regulate the businesses that hold these.
Okay.
Digital assets or digital stores of value. And so we want to do is control the people that touch them. Because if they are touching them for you by way of business, we want to make sure that they're doing things properly. And that they know what they're doing, and that they have a viable business plan, they have capital in the bank to ensure that they're able to get out of a problem if things go bad. So all of those things is the global picture. And provided they comply with what we require them to do from a regulatory perspective, then the rest is really up to them. So when you talk about adoption of the use of Bitcoin, is it going to come? Yes, it is, more and more, as more and more jurisdictions begin to regulate. And what is, for me, the ideal? The ideal is when there are enough countries doing it, and we have an international standard regulation where everyone has to comply with. Then it'll be enormous, in my view.
And what about you personally? Would you spend your Bitcoin? I mean, do you have Bitcoin first?
I do have Bitcoin.
You do have Bitcoin?
I do have Bitcoin.
And would you spend it? Would you spend it at, say, one of the Costa coffees that's now accepting Bitcoin here on the street of Gibraltar?
I'm not at the stage yet where, for me, it's something that I would use at a regular basis. It's more of buying some for the benefit of my kids in years to come, and I don't touch it.
Okay, so it's more the generational wealth category.
It's just something it's fun.
Yeah.
I think people have to put the amount of money into it that you can afford to lose, because you never know what's going to happen, like with anything new. Sure. But I am impressed by its resilience, even during this last hit. It's held itself remarkably well. Has it taken a big drop? Yes. But look at the rest of the financial services market. That's taken a hell of a drop too. Yes. So I think that I think it's demonstrated a level of resilience that I didn't expect it to have. So I think we'll see it back up shortly.
So can I buy you a coffee later over Bitcoin?
Yeah, with pleasure.
Unfortunately, I didn't get to see the minister later. Instead, I ran into Neil Walker, Managing Director for Sandpiper Gibraltar. They run the Costa Coffee franchises in Gib. Hi Neil.
Hi Jake.
How are you doing today?
Good.
So why are we sat here in front of a Costa Coffee in Gibraltar?
I'm a retailer. I run shops and cafes in Gibraltar. I just happened, I guess, a little while ago to find Bitcoin and see everything that's happened on the Lightning Network, and I thought, look at this. People are using mobile technology more and more and more, and the natural next step looks to me like enabling the Lightning Network in our stores.
How many places are there currently accepting Bitcoin over Lightning in Gibraltar?
For us, there's 7, but we're not the only ones accepting Bitcoin in Gibraltar. There are other retailers who were accepting it before me. It's at least half a dozen places on top. So I think we're probably getting up to 12, 13, 14 places in Gibraltar that accept it.
What is it with these British overseas territories and running with Bitcoin?
This is about mobile payments and making things easier. The Lightning Network is, once you get over the first hurdle of understanding how to send it QR code or via address or whatever it is so simple and easy and so quick. I believe it's going to be the payment network of the future, which is why I brought it into Gibraltar. And we'll just have to see what happens.
And final question, why Bitcoin over Lightning? Why not, say, Dogecoin? Elon Musk likes that. It's really quick as well, isn't it? It's
Well, where is the adoption? Where is when you look at the Lightning Network and you have Strike, Cash App, you have grassroots movements that have gone from being, Bitcoin Beach started as a grassroots movement in one village, and now El Salvador have adopted the Bitcoin and Lightning Network across the whole country. You've got multiple EPOS providers, the till providers, integrating Lightning Network payments into the till.
Okay.
For me, it's about the network and the adoption, and for the Lightning Network, I think that it's exponentially growing and we'll get there, so that soon, in most places, whether you know it or not, you can be using the Lightning Network to pay for your purchases.
Gibraltar, Bitcoin Rock.
Bitcoin Rock.
Come over, spend some sats.
Exactly.